Hey, what is up guys? This is Black Trigger. Today we are going to be taking a look at the upcoming 2023 LEGO Speed Champions car sets. I'm really excited. If you guys didn't know, these have leaked just about every year. They leak it around the same time, about 2 or 3 months ahead of when they release. I'm really excited for these cars. This lineup is looking absolutely incredible. Last year's was pretty good. The year before that was better. And then the year before that, I didn't know anything about Speed Champions yet to be there for when the lineup came out. But from what I've seen, it was pretty underwhelming. This year looks so good, and I'm so excited. So I found a video that somebody else made, but we're going to be looking over the cars because this guy does a better job at explaining than I do. But we're going to be reacting to it. I'm going to be talking about how I feel about these cars. So, yeah. Let's just jump right into it.
Starting off with what appears to be the only Speed Champions set launching in January, which is set number 76917, the Fast and Furious Nissan Skyline GTR R34.
So the first car that we're going to be getting in 2023 is the Nissan Skyline R34. And it's going to be in January, which is coming up. Should be, 2 months from now? Should be the beginning of January. Super exciting stuff. This is going to look so good next to my Dodge Charger from Fast and the Furious. It's so beautiful. I'm sure the sticker process isn't going to be the best, but I'm very excited nonetheless. I love it. It's so beautiful.
Now, it's also rumoured that this set will be the only movie-based champion set for 2023.
Rumoured that it'll be the only movie-based set in 2023. But what they did this year is March 1st, a whole bunch of cars came out. And then later in the year, somewhere around, I think, August or September, I can't quite remember, they released the two movie sets, being the Aston Martin DB5 and the Dodge Charger. Right now, nobody really knows if they're going to release, more movie cars later in 2023. But as of right now, this is all that we know about. So I've got my fingers crossed that they do release more. But like I said, nobody knows.
And the set is based on the Brian O'Connor's silver and blue car. The set consists of 319 pieces and will retail for $24.99.
Now that did surprise me. 319 pieces. More than 300 pieces on a solo set. That is great.
Set 76914, the Ferrari 812 Competizione, is up next.
So he said the Competizione. I've always pronounced this thing the Competizione. I don't know if that makes me sound pretentious or douchey, but that's always what I thought it was. I got respect for this car. I really do. I know that I bash on Ferrari quite a bit, but that's honestly just because every single car that I have in my LEGO Speed Champions collection is the same color. They're all red. Nothing stands out specifically. I do have my favorite Ferraris, but the ones that I don't know very much about just kind of sit in the background, just looking like a Ferrari. If this car comes out in Speed Champions with that beautiful bright yellow, I will be over the moon. I really do like the color that he's showing off with this Ferrari. Competizione or Competizione, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. But this is also a car that I've played with in Forza and Need for Speeds and, all those racing games, whatever. And not only does it look attractive, but it's always been really good. It's never the best car in a game, but it's definitely up there.
The set will consist of 261 pieces and will retail for $24.99.
So, yeah, what did he say, 249 pieces? See, that's a little bit more reasonable. I don't know why the Skyline R34 is over 300 pieces. It does look like a pretty small car, in real life. The Competizione is definitely much wider, but, it's 50 pieces shorter. Actually, more than 50 pieces, I should say less than the R34. So, very interesting. But out of the two cars that he's shown off so far, being the R34 and the Competizione, I do prefer the R34. But this car is so beautiful. If this car comes in anything other than this beautiful yellow, I'm going to be disappointed.
And will be available on March the 1st.
So all cars going forward are going to be March 1st. And I already see the car that he's he's going to be talking about next. So I'll just get into my feelings about this car. But first, let's get a good freeze frame. So this should be the Pagani Utopia. I don't really know anything about the Pagani Utopia, but I've played with the Pagani Huayra and the Pagani... It starts with a Z. I can't remember what it's called. But there's two Paganis that are in every racing game. These cars are beautiful. I absolutely love the way that these look. I would say that these are on par with the way that like Koenigsegg's and Lamborghinis look. That just over-the-top, raw, just... ugh. But a little bit classier. Like, it looks like a hypercar that that would be made by like a Rolls-Royce or something.
Now this is a notable first for the LEGO Group, as it'll be their first collaboration with Pagani.
And I love that. I love that so much because there are not that many Paganis, as far as I know. Like I said, there's the one that starts with a Z. Can't remember what it's called. And then there's the Huayra. So what that means is they could do, I'm going to sound like a broken record, as far as I know, all of the Paganis, and we'll have every Pagani in Speed Champions form. And I would love that. I'd be totally fine if next year they put out a double pack that was the two cars that I had mentioned. And then we would have all three, maybe, unless there's more.
The set will consist of 249 pieces and will retail for $24.99.
Now, this is one of the cars that leaked really early on. I don't remember what the name of this Porsche is. It's probably like a 963. He'll say it pretty soon. But really early on, some of the cars had leaked. And the ones that I know leaked were the Nissan R34 and then this cool-looking race Porsche. I don't remember what the series is called. I do know that this is some kind of race car series that you can watch on like ESPN, but I love the way that this looks and kind of straying away from, like a NASCAR Camaro or an F1 or an E1 car that they've done before and going into other racing genres. And I don't know how they're going to pull this off in Lego form. I have a feeling that they're going to butcher it. I really don't want to be a negative Nancy here, but there's just so many curves here that I just don't see working in Lego form. This the wheelbase and how the humps are higher than the hood. I could see them doing that. The bubbliness of the windshield mixed with the body, they could do that with just a single windscreen printed piece. But the rest just looks so complex. I couldn't imagine them getting away with it, but they've wowed me before. I'm sure they're just going to do it again.
And this time around sees the Porsche 963 in set number 76916. And lastly, we have a Speed Champions twin pack in set 76918, the McLaren F1 LM.
This is what I have been waiting for. The McLaren F1 in my head is held to such a high pedestal. It's up there with the legends like the Bugatti Chiron, the Koenigsegg Agera, the Ferrari F40, the Lamborghini Countach, the Porsche 911. It is an absolute legend. It is one of my favorite cars of all time, and I could not be more excited for this car. This car is what makes this year for me. Don't get me wrong, the Nissan R34, super excited for. The Pagani, whatever the fuck, is really exciting. The Porsche, 963, it looks beautiful. But the McLaren F1 is a car that I know about. I've played with it for hours. I've watched videos on it. The orange is incredible. The sleek look of it, that hood scoop, the almost pop-up looking headlights. If the Koenigsegg Agera R wasn't my favorite car, this would probably take the cake. Oh, it's great. I'm so excited.
And the McLaren Solus GT.
Okay, so this is a car that I know nothing about. Similar to like the Elva. Before the Elva came out, I didn't know a damn thing about it. And I mean, even after the Elva came out, I still didn't do my research. I don't know anything about Elvas at all. But this is another car that by McLaren that I've never heard of. It looks a little bit like a Speedtail mixed with a Senna, mixed with a Aston Martin Valkyrie, mixed with a fucking motorcycle helmet. It looks really, really cool, and I'm super interested in it.
And supposedly this will be the only twin pack to be released in 2023. The twin pack set will consist of 581 pieces and will be available on the 1st of March and will retail for $44.99. So there you have 5 Speed Champion sets due out in the...
Okay, so let's recap. So we had the Nissan Skyline R34. We had the Pagani Utopia. We had the Porsche, what was it, the 963. We had the McLaren F1 LM. We had the other McLaren car that, like I said, I don't know anything about, so that's why I'm blanking on the name. And I believe that was it. This is an incredible lineup. I know a lot about Pagani. The Nissan R34 is kind of just an iconic car. I feel cringy using the word iconic because it was a meme a couple of years ago, but it really is just an iconic car. The F1 is just a legend, and we're never going to see a car have that big of a legacy again. Not to say that there weren't cars before it that had that big of a legacy, but we're probably not going to see something like that again. And then the new McLaren that they're coming out with as well, that just looks beautiful. And then that race car looking Porsche, it's cool. I like it. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. January 1st, we'll be doing the R34, and then March 1st, we will start on some of those cars. I don't know which one I'll do first. I'll figure that out when we get closer to it. But also, I am going to have some retired sets that I'm going to be doing. I don't know exactly what. Every Christmas and my birthday, my wife, my mom, my family, they'll get me the retired sets that I ask for, and I'll get about 4 or 5. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.